We're set for a Power 4 conference matchup. It's the SEC versus the Big 12. Both sides looking for a statement victory today. Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas Memorial Stadium, the home of the Kansas Jayhawks. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Kermstreet. Kurt, let's get right to the action. The Jayhawks will kick this deep to begin the game. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense comes onto the field for the first time today. We've got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week. But let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you had mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Bulldogs will have to kick it away. And the offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So Kansas's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Because we know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. And the Jayhawks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a quick grab. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the 1st down here on 3rd and short. They get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down now from the 37. The Jayhawks are on the move here. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense swarming him that time. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Diggs. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And he's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year, and he was not going to squander this chance.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Second down after that run of the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm with the football. So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Can he get there on the ground? And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And now the handoff. He's got room to run. Breaks into the clear. Here he goes. Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Dogs.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The receiver grabs it. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Play action fake. Looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. What a catch! The freshman makes a tremendous grab there. The Jayhawks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. It's a quarterback keeper. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Now here comes the bunch formation. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The ball is caught. And they wrap it up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? And the Jayhawks pick up enough for a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense. 1st and goal from the 10.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Jayhawks will line up here on 1st down and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. So the ball moved back to the 12 for 2nd and goal. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Diggs. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. Tremendous protection. There's bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, Kansas. Try here for the extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Looking downfield, it's Higgins. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. He'll be brought down. Nice play to make the recovery, but he stopped short of first down yardage.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. Receivers are bunched together. So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. Start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Finds an open target on the left side. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. The Dogs will bring their punt team onto the field. That's a rough drive for the offense. Punter comes on and booted away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. And looking to throw now on first down. Quick completion to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that short completion. Pass is tipped at the line and will fall incomplete. Good play. What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Drop him back. We're going to throw for the first down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. And here's the return. Returner tackle right there. That's where they start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Scanning the field. It's Higgins. He's running out of time here. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Losing so many yards on the first play of a drive like this off of a scramble really turns second down into a salvage down. You set out to get enough yardage back to make third down possibly manageable.
On the 12-yard line, it's second and long now. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. On the run, he's looking deep. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. Dogs will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. On first down, it's play action. Close to the tight end. He makes the grab. Second down play coming up for this offense. They keep him off bounds for the run. And the ball to the ground. Already scooped up. Offense still has it on the run. They get him to the ground. Heads up by the offense to keep possession, but he's still short of the marker. Can he make it to the marker? And the Jayhawks look to keep this drive moving. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. They'll hand it off. Running with purpose. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The important third down play coming up. Receiver in motion now. They'll try to run for the first down. And they convert on third down, moving the football to the 35. The Jayhawks churn out another first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Here's the second down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wide out. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! All the way to the end zone. What a play! Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Well, somebody had to bust an assignment on this touchdown. There's no way you let a guy get that open unless the defender either gets injured or he blew an assignment. That was too easy for the offense for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's in the clear. As the first down is still going. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. First down and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain moves the ball to a 34. The gain makes it second and medium. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Gonna run it. It's Harris. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down after that previous play. Dropping back. It's Higgins. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
That's the third sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete. The Bulldogs will line up to kick it away. And they've punted away for the 4th time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. They started at 28. Play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 28 after the incompletion. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on second and 10. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Crucial third down play after that completion. And they pick up the first on the ground. The Jayhawks pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. It's a solid run gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. It's a run. Running back's got it. And he will be stuffed for no gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Grabbed by the receiver. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw. So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Caught quickly. That's enough to move the sticks and give them a first down at the 41. And the Jayhawks lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Looking to throw it again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Kansas.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in his football game.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. They've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Looking to pass. It's Higgins. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The defense takes their 3rd and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline. Dogs will have to kick this away. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. Coverage team brings down the returner. First down, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. High completion makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
And the Bulldogs will kick this away to start the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway, snuffs out the scoring threat. Big play.
Man, just a tough way to start this second half for this offense. You know, when you get together at halftime, you make all the adjustments based on what you learned from the first half. And to come out and throw an interception in the second half, they got to adjust again.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Heading left after the handoff. End zone ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Lining up to try the extra point. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Georgia 14.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Fire to the right side, complete. Breaking free at the 35. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The Jayhawks come to the line to run the hurry up.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Oh, he makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. Caught in the backfield. It's Diggs. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. So the drive begins here, backed up at their own 9. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. They tackle him about the 14. Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. To throw, it's Higgins. A deep shot to the right. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Dogs will line up to punt it away. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Breaks into the clear. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the option play. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Third down coming up after that running play. Out of the gun now on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. This is a daunting attempt from 54 yards out. Let's see if he's got the leg. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50-plus.
Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Important second down play coming up. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now.
Now here he goes. And he's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Harris.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long to the 45. Looking to throw. It's Higgins. Pass not complete. The Bulldogs will have to punt this one away. And the coverage team downs the ball right there. The offense begins this drive, backs to their own goal line, set up at the 3. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. The completion sets up a second down play. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the delay of game brings the offense even closer to its own end zone. Getting set. Here's second down. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up 4th down now. And the Jayhawks bring their punt team onto the field. And the ball is away from inside the 10. And here's the return now from midfield. And they've got the returner corralled. The offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense getting set. It's second down. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Nice throw, caught for a completion. And they convert on 3rd. Football at the 20 now. First down in the red zone. Georgia now operating in the red zone. To throw, it's Higgins. Throw to the running back in the flat. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the wideout goes in motion. They look to throw it here on second down. looking to set up a screen pass here. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Motion now from the tight end. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop here. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. It's no good. And after the miss, still losing by 13. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And they'll give it to the back. Breaking tackles.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he escapes. QB gets the first, now looking for more. The Jayhawks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Ooh, that is a killer right here for this defense. They did a great job, had everything accounted for except one thing, the quarterback. And it's a great job by this quarterback recognizing that when things are breaking down, get out of the pocket and take it himself, first down, and keep that clock moving.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of their first down marker. Third down play here out of the shotgun. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. The Jayhawks will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw over the middle. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. After the incompletion, second and 10. What can they do here to make it third and manageable? Back to throw. It's Higgins. On the run here. Lets it go. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face third and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up. The Dogs will line up to boot it away. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. Forced to punt last time. Tried to add points, build the lead right here. The shotgun running play call. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's second down here. They'll run it here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Caught by the receiver. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And the Jayhawks will bring their punt team onto the field. On the kick now for the 5th time today. Returner decides to fair catch this. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game film. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
From the 15-yard line, it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Higgins. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The pocket breaking down. Here's the target, and it's complete. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. And the Bulldogs will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to flip the field here. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback keeps the football. He's in the clear. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Makes a quick grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. The Jayhawks will have to kick it away. This is punt number 6. Get the ice bath ready for the punter. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Dropping back, it's Higgins. Bringing pressure. Swarm for the pass rush, a sack. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop. The offense will begin now with excellent field position. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And that pass is hauled in over the middle.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, they might as well just keep attacking just like that.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2 clock with the running game. And they convert on 3rd. Football at the 20 now. 1st down in the red zone. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Movement here from the tight end. The back's got it. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. A handoff to the back. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. The Jayhawks hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. It's victory formation. The quarterback will kneel down. 2nd and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a full 4 quarters. And that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score up. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. Right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes the lead 20 in the 4th quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
34, Georgia, 14.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Looking to pass. It's Higgins. Short throw complete to the tight end. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. The 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He finds his man. And he will make the 1st down, tackled at the 26. The Dogs will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. 2nd down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down. Back here on 3rd down. Quick throw, catch made. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. The Dogs will look to convert here on 4th down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Lets it fly to the wideout. What a catch! So they make the tackle, what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.